Alfonso Gomez was riding high after shocking the late Arturo Gatti back in 2007.
It was one of the best nights of my life, beating the legendary Gatti, somebody who I admired. May he rest in peace.
But Miguel Cotto brought him back down to earth with a bang.
It was just a bad training camp. It was a whole combination of things here. Now I feel ready. This training camp was perfect. No injured hands, no sickness, no nothing. It was just perfect.
The popular former Contender television series star has a chance to re-establish himself with a tough match against Mexico's highly ranked Jesus Soto Karass, who is unbeaten in his last 15.
If people want to see a bloodbath, that's it. I mean, these guys, they're not great defensive fighters, to put it mildly. They really go at each other.
First, I want to say hello to all my fans in Britain, and I want to let them know that they have an Aztec warrior here, a Mexican fighter that's going to go out there and give his whole heart.
Yeah, he has a real good winning streak for a few years now, but I plan to take that away. I've trained very hard for this fight. I want to give the fans a great show, but mainly I want to take the victory with me.
Don't forget you can enjoy the action in high definition right now. Sky Sports HD1, channel 408. Your commentators Jim Watt and Adam Smith. Michael Buffer is completing the introductions.
Jesus El Renuente Soto Karass. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing black with yellow, official weight 145 1/2 pounds. His professional record, 20 victories, including 10 knockouts, 4 defeats with 2 bouts even. Fighting out of Guadalajara, Mexico, Alfonso Gomez.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBC Continental America welterweight title. You received your instructions to dress room. Again, I want to caution. Any punch below this point can be called low. Golpes debajo de este punto ser llamado bajo. With that, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves at all times. Obedezcan mis comandos y protegerse a sí mismo siempre. Good luck to both of you. Buena suerte. Tócalos.
Well, there's been genuine excitement and anticipation throughout this week's build-up, and we hope for decent appetizers before our mouth-watering main event. And this could be a fiery start. There was needle at the weigh-in between these two warrior types. Alfonso Gomez, who many of you back home will be familiar with, the former Contender star who brought the curtain down on Arturo Gatti's wonderful career, and Jesus Soto Karass, who's got a similar record and has won his last 15. Could blend nicely, Jim.
Yeah, but I think everybody expects a war with this one, and as you say, a bit of needle at the way in. They have an obvious dislike for each other. A little bit of Mexican pride is going to be on display from either guy. I've always liked Gomez, great technique, good to watch, aggressive. He just came along at a time when there were so many other good fighters in his division, and he was just a little bit short to get to the very top, but a good fighter nevertheless.
This in the 10 stone 7 welterweight category, and Soto Karass needed 2 trips to the scales
Punches up.
to make the weight. Spent an hour backstage trying to shed half a pound. Will that be a problem? Gomez looked confident and composed.
Stop.
Well, they've both landed low blows, both accidental low blows. I don't mean you've landed one, so here's one back again. Both accidental, but both have been pulled straight away from the referee Dracula.
Similar records, similar styles. Gomez maybe the advantage in speed and possibly experience too, the knowledge. He's fought for a world title, didn't win it against Miguel Cotto. But he might know more than Soto Karass.
Well, the clever moves in the opening round have come from Gomez, slipping punches, leading with uppercuts. So they're both right down to business, not a lot in the opening round, but as I say, some of the flashy stuff coming from Gomez.
A little hesitant, Soto Karass. That taller frame. Likes to plant body shots. That's better with his jab.
See, I think he realises Gomez is a good counter-puncher, so can't afford to make mistakes. But he gets good length on his jabs, so he wants to get that, driving that out.
Stabbing at his left eye. Gomez, is there some damage there early? There's the jab from Soto Karass, who just starts to settle and get his punches off.
Yep, Soto Karass is finishing the round a little bit better. He seems to be finding the range now, but I think in the first couple of minutes, good work from Gomez.
Very warm welcome back to Las Vegas, the corner of Jesus Soto Karass, the 27-year-old from Los Mochis in Mexico.
Well, I get the impression that the power in Soto Karass's punches troubled Gomez a little bit in the last half minute or so. So he certainly looks to be the bigger puncher of the two. We'll see how that develops.
Second round scheduled for 10. 10 stone 7 welterweight division. The orange and black of Jesus Soto Karass in fight number 31. And the 27th appearance for Alfonso Gomez, the Mexican who moved to California when he was a kid. These two turned pro 5 weeks apart back in 2001. And now they meet.
Soto Karass got the jab working a little bit earlier in this round. There it goes again.
Just whipping in a right uppercut too. Soto Karass. Lively character, who was telling us he was going to knock out Gomez tonight. There's the jab from Gomez.
Just not stepping all the way into range with his punches in the second round, Gomez. I got the impression he shipped a couple of quite strong punches at the end of the opening round. He just got him thinking twice a little bit.
Whipping the left hook in, Soto Karass. And a right hand from Gomez. They're finding each other's chins and bodies. Defensively, neither the finest, but they can attack. And this is warming up.
They're both trying to work the body. Good right hand shot from Gomez. Haven't seen a lot of power in Gomez's shots yet. Still get the impression Soto Karass can generate that bit more power in his shots.
10 knockouts in his 20 wins for Gomez. Soto Karass 16 in his 24, a 66% knockout ratio. Might have more power, Soto Karass. Again told to keep them up, but these body shots might be the difference between the two. A good combination from Gomez.
Maybe Soto Karass just a little bit predictable at the moment. The clever stuff again coming from Gomez. He's going to have to find more power, I think. Yeah, well, they're in range. They're letting some punches go. Not quite the war we expected to kick off with, but I think this is going to be one of those fights that heats up as it goes along. Good action.
Go. Look it down. Go.
Packed media here for this big night on the Vegas Strip. You're watching Alfonso Salvador Gomez, the 29-year-old Born in Guadalajara, lives in Tustin, California now. In with Jesus Soto Karass at welterweight. Aggressive styles. Gomez just nicking it so far, Jim, on his extra class maybe.
Yeah, but I think so. He's putting punches together well. Probably need a little bit more snap in the shots to discourage Soto Karass. But his technique certainly looking good at the moment.
He's got the better wins, Gomez. Ben Taki, a good name, and he stopped Arturo Gatti in 7 rounds. Gatti, who we tragically lost this year. And Gomez came in with a dressing gown on saying RIP, all the fighters that we've lost in 2009. It's a nice guy, Gomez.
I think Soto Karass is going to have to try to impose himself a little bit more than he's doing. He's standing off at the moment. And Gomez, a nice kind of natural rhythm about his boxing.
Won his last couple, both by knockout, Gomez, since that defeat to Cotto in April last year. And a right hand. And again, just beginning to squeak through the guard of Soto Karass.
It's last time. Next time will be a point. Okay,
next time a point.
I mean, it's unfortunate that, you know,
there's a cut to Gomez. And a head clash, I think, caused it. Vic Drakulic.
Keep an eye on it. Headbutt.
Yep, says it is. The headbutt that caused the clash.
That head up. Watch those low blows. Let's go. Box.
No contest if it stopped before the end of the 4th round.
Well, that's a real pity because he was just beginning to show his class. Gomez really boxing well. He was stepping into range, getting his punches off nice and quickly and smoothly. But that just gives him something to worry about now. But he has the experience to put the cut to the back of his mind and get on with the job. So we'll see what kind of work the corner can do on it at the end of this round.
It's just driven Soto Karass on, but Vic Drakulic is, I think, going to take a point off. Here he is.
1 point.
Off Soto Karass.
You got to keep those punches up.
For the low blows.
Yeah, I feel sorry. Both men have landed low blows, but I don't think it's anything intentional. But at the end of the day, if it keeps happening, then you got to expect a point, and they were well warned as well before the point was deducted.
The blood flowing down the right eye of Alfonso Gomez, who's been in wars before. It was by the left of Soto Karass.
Soto Karass wild now, flat-footed and wild. Just signs that Gomez is a little bit too cute for him. Obviously, the flowing of blood will have added to his confidence a little bit, but he's just struggling with the class of Gomez at the moment.
A sweet right hand from Gomez. Come back with these shots downstairs. Soto Karass needs to be careful, keep them up. It's getting hot in there. Down the side of the eye, Jim.
Yeah, and it looks quite a nasty cut. It's just between the eye and the eyebrow. So they're right on with the swab stick. Keep it dry, don't put any water near it, don't use water to wipe the fighter down, because that just dilutes the medication. So press it, as you can see, right into the wound. Good camera work there, and good corner work as well. But just when Gomez was beginning to settle, you can see, just making obviously the referee that it was that head clash that caused the cut. So we'll see if the corner can do a good job. It's a pity because this fight is just really warming up. I think the styles are gelling well. So hopefully the cut doesn't decide this.
Straight back into the thick of it, these two. Alfonso Gomez in the black and yellow and the black boots and the orange and black of Jesus Soto Karass. Important fight here. The blood still begins to flow down the right eye of Gomez, and early in the round 2. It spurred both of them on. Tough and grueling already.
Again, the little cute punches coming from Gomez. There's at the left hook. Soto Karass just a little bit predictable, a little bit kind of one-dimensional. That's the
low again, and Vic Draklage is going to take another point off Soto Karass. 2 in 2 rounds. The next one. I tell you what, he could be thrown out here, Jim, if he's not careful.
Yeah, and again, I have to feel sorry. He's trying to work to the body, but he throws long, kind of looping punches, and if he mistimes them, then that was a low blow from Gomez. I said nothing intentional, so I mean, you have to sympathise a little bit, but they're landing low. You have plenty of warnings. Just that little stumble, their feet getting tangled.
They were itching to get at each other, these two, at the weigh-in last night, and they haven't disappointed. Right hand from Gomez.
Now Gomez just looks a little bit too cute all the way around for Soto Karass. I mean, he's walking straight forward there, Soto Karass, no head movement. He started the round as though he was looking to worsen the injury, but now he's just too predictable.
Operated at a higher level. Alfonso Gomez has been beaten 4 times, but he believes there is another world title shot out there for him. Look at him digging in there and then wiping the blood away.
Well, Soto Karass still looking to work the body, still throwing the body shots. Sometimes when fighters have lost 2 points, you would expect them to headhunt for the rest of the time, but not, he's still trying to work the body.
That jab from Gomez, though, just a bit sweeter. 170 of 80 as an amateur. A bit more rounded, isn't he, Gomez?
Yeah, the classy moves, you know, you can see he's just confusing Soto Karass a little bit. Soto Karass just kind of running out of ideas, walking straight forward, just doing the same things he's been doing in the opening round. Didn't work then too well. And that's another 10-8 round to Gomez.
Yep, too easy to hit. Soto Karass.
Yeah, but you can see him just marching straight forward, a little bit too predictable, and then another one well low, and I tell you, the one they followed up with would have been low as well if it had landed. So you can't really blame the referee. He's had plenty of warnings and he's lost 2 points.
Already a bloody battle between this pair, the 29-year-old Alfonso Gomez cut by the right eye, but surely winning this one because of the 2 points off Soto Karass for low blows. It seems really hard in there, Jim.
Yeah, but we expected a tough battle, and that's how it's shaping up. I mean, Soto Karass is on Gomez all the while. He's not giving him any time. But struggling to stench the flow of blood from that injury. It is a bad cut. I said that as soon as it happened. It's a difficult one to stench.
Yeah, the eye worsening. Just can't stop the flow at the moment. Accidental head clash caused it in the 3rd round. Now we're at a point where it would go to the cards if it stopped because of that eye. Soto Karass on the advance. Switch hitting Gomez. And Soto Karass in danger of becoming too predictable here.
That's been his problem. He's just marching forward, doing exactly the same things. I mean, Gomez a little bit more flat-footed now as it's gone along. He's been forced to work at a fair old pace. So maybe Soto Karass thinks maybe he'll be the stronger in the second half of this. Letting some punches go now.
Again, targeting the body. Needs to watch that he keeps them above the danger area. Gomez back. quite as much from Gomez with the jab, and Soto Karass coming on with a combination there.
Yeah, but I just thought he looked a little bit more flat-footed at the start of this round, Gomez. So maybe the pace already, maybe he's just thinking this is going to go a long way. Maybe start thinking of pacing the rounds. Certainly cut down on the work rate a little bit.
Trench warfare in the centre of the ring. As again he dabs his face, which is becoming a bloody mask, Gomez.
You know, he's making a show of wiping the blood away. I wonder maybe if he would like this to go to the cards. I'm sure he would. 2 points have been deducted from Soto Karass's card. So I wonder that he keeps wiping it, making a big show of it. And he's not quite so strong looking in this round.
I'm not sure he's that type of fighter. I think he loves to excite Gomez, and he knows this is a big showcase for him.
I ruled that cut due to a headbutt, okay? The cut on the left eye in the opponent. Yeah, okay. Tell him to keep those punches on.
En este round se nos paró un poquito, no queremos eso, sígame con el ritmo, no te me pares.
Father and that, Alfonso Gomez Sr. was a fighter himself, also a baker by trade. He's used to tussles like this, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's an aggressive fighter. He's used to having tough fights. But I don't think he enjoyed that round particularly well. And I think that the fact that the eye keeps it bleeding is kind of breaking his rhythm, breaking his concentration.
Second half of this 10-rounder. Alfonso Gomez and Jesus Soto Karass. Plenty of action for you already. Punches landed. Plenty. Who's in the driving seat? Still Gomez?
Yep, he's certainly in front at the moment, I would imagine, in all of the cards. So that you can see, I have him in front, okay. You know, I've got 4 points in front, obviously the 2 point deduction. But Karass seems to be looking a little bit stronger. I just think he's going to have to be a bit more adventurous.
Third fight of 2009 for each of them. Soto Karass in real form, but he's taking a step up against Alfonso Gomez here. That big left hook from Gomez.
Yeah, the action's getting tougher now, especially for Gomez. Gomez was in the driving seat, he was too cute for Soto Karass. But he getting caught a bit more often, still throwing the better quality shots probably. But this is becoming tougher now.
He's trying to stand and hold himself in the centre of the ring. Soto Karass, and pop the jab out. Again, Gomez dabbing at the eye, and his hair too, which is just getting in the way at times.
Yeah, but I wonder if the corner was actually thinking that. I mean, half the time he wipes his eye, the other half he's fixing his hair, putting out of his eyes. I think maybe they should get the scissors out in between rounds, cheek a little uppercut from Gomez. Certainly all the cute stuff, all the quality boxing is coming from Gomez. But determination and strength, certainly a lot of that in Soto Karass's work.
We're going to have a look at the eye. Yep, Vic Drakulic will call the ringside doctor in. You can't see, excuse the language, and it has been stopped on account of the eye. Gomez saying that he couldn't see, maybe he did want it to go to the cards.
Well, you can't blame him. I mean, Adam, this is a tough old business. You take the good luck. If you get a bit of bad luck and you can turn it into good luck, you've got to do it. There were signs in the previous round it was really becoming tough for Gomez, and I think he saw a way out. He started exaggerating, wiping the eye, blinking, bringing attention to the fact the injury was causing him to struggle. And I do not blame a fighter for that, and especially a man like this who has proved his courage and everything else throughout his whole career. A little bit of luck. But my card, he was winning it anyway.
Yep, it happened before. 4 rounds were completed, but now it will go to the 3 judges. Eric Cheek, Patricia Morse-Jarman and C.J. Ross. And surely Gomez is in front because of those low blows of Soto Karass.
Yeah, and he boxed well. I mean, it was beginning to become really tough for him. Soto Karass, the strength was beginning to become more of a problem than it was in the early rounds. He was a bit more flat-footed, and you can see, you know, having to bite on the gum shield to keep himself in front. But I would imagine this would be a win for him.
A good fight. Shame it was curtailed early. Would have been fascinating to see how that would have developed through the second half. And I bet Jesus Soto Karass will be kicking himself because of the low blows. That should be the difference, Jim.
Yep, at least that, I think, should be the difference. Feel a little bit sorry for him because I don't feel that any of the low blows were intentional, but there were too many of them. He was well warned. He was well warned once or twice, and that could well just have cost him this tonight.
Gomez looking relieved and happy. Will it be 3 in a row for Gomez? And a first loss in 16 for Soto Karass. Yeah, dejected corner as we wait for the official announcement. Respect between the two. That's better to see after what happened at the weigh-in.
Yeah, well, you expect that. I mean, at weigh-in, I mean, we're sportsmen. This is a sport. You just try to get an edge, a psychological edge at the weigh-in. But whatever way a fight goes, very seldom do you see ill feeling at the end of a fight. Happens, but not that often.
Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. The contest comes to a halt at 2-4-1 of round number 6. The cause is because the doctor said the contest could no longer continue due to an accidental headbutt suffered by Gomez. Under the rules of the Nevada State Athletic Commission and the unified rules of the American Boxing Commission, we go to the scorecards because more than 4 rounds of boxing have been completed. The scoring is as follows. Eric Cheek scores at 58-54. Patricia Morse-Jarman 57-55, and C.J. Ross scores at 57-55 for the winner of the contest, Alfonso S. Gomez, and he is now WBC Continental America's champion.
Gomez gets the win, but a shame really that was cut short. Good action while it lasted.
It was a shame, wasn't it?